my statement to the House first.
Mr Javid got down to business. He said unaffordable housing was one of the UK's biggest barriers to social progress.
But its root cause is simple. For far too long, we have not built enough houses. Relative to population size, Britain has had Western Europe's lowest rate of house building for 3 decades.
He said the planning system would become more open and accessible.
And we will tackle unnecessary delays caused by everything from planning conditions to great crested newts. We'll be giving developers a lot of help to get building. And we'll give local authorities the tools to hold developers to account if they fail to do so. Local authorities also have a vital role to play in getting homes built quickly, and I'm therefore looking again at how they can use compulsory purchase powers.
He summed up the aims of the government's new housing strategy.
It will help the tenants of today facing rising rents, unfair fees and insecure tenancies. It will help the homeowners of tomorrow getting more of the right homes built in the right places. And it will help our children and our children's children by halting decades of decline and fixing our broken housing market. It's a bold, radical vision for housing in this country, and I commend it to the House.
This is a government that have pledged to build 1 million new homes by 2020. And yet the total newly built last year is still less than 143,000, while the level of new affordable house building has hit a 24-year low. And we need all sectors, private house builders, housing associations and councils to be firing on all cylinders to build the homes we need. So why will he not drop the deep Tory hostility to councils and let them build again to meet the needs of local people? It is tragically clear, Mr Speaker, from this statement that 7 years of failure on housing is set now to stretch to 10. We were promised a white paper, we're presented with a white flag.
People want to hear the truth. They want to hear government and politicians more generally, first of all, recognise the size of this problem. To recognise that there are young people right now in every one of our constituencies staring into the windows of estate agents, their faces glued to them, dreaming of renting or buying a decent home, but knowing that it's out of reach because prices have risen so high.
The Secretary say, well, forgive me, but I think that he flatters himself, even on a quiet news day, this would have deserved headlines. This is an unambitious and disappointing paper. One particular thing I want to pull out is that the paper refers to a family in the market for an affordable home as being on an average income outside London of £80,000 a year. I wonder if I could respectfully ask what planet he is living on. Average income in my constituency are £26,000 a year. Doesn't that prove that what we really needed was a commitment to genuinely affordable homes, the building of 1 million new council homes? Would he instead commit the capital funding to do that and to lift the borrowing cap so councils can build again?
I'm pleased that the government has finally recognised that the housing market is broken, but I disagree with his prescription that supply is the only answer to this. In Manchester, we've built thousands of new homes, we've upgraded all the council homes to decent standards, but by far and away the worst quality housing in Manchester is in the private rented sector. It is unfit for human habitation, infested, damp and dirty, and by and large is being paid for by the taxpayer through housing benefits. So when will the government intervene in this broken market?
My Conservative-run Forest of Dean District Council is working hard to get its local plan in place. It gives out planning permissions to get new homes put in place. It gets frustrated when developers don't build them, and then the same developer puts in a speculative application and argues there's no land supply because they're not building their own houses. What more can the Secretary say? I welcome what's in the white paper, but what more can he do to make sure that those developers build the houses? As his excellent housing minister said, people can't live in planning permissions, they need houses.
Mr Speaker, so a very important point for my right honourable friend is that, and he's quite right, that many local authorities will rightly get frustrated when they take those difficult decisions and they don't see the houses being built.